Alright guys, it's Luke, and today we have the records for a zombies game, which in my opinion is incredibly underrated. The story was fun, it had a few weird twists and turns, but you know what, in the end it gave us Oz, which is genuinely one of my favorite zombies characters ever. The game I am speaking of is Advanced Warfare Zombies, better known as Exo Zombies, and we will be covering the solo world records on that game in this video. Let's try to hit 750 likes on this video, and I know I promised like 5 times now the BO3 records, but I promise they're coming. I've just been sidetracked about 6,000 times by the Wii records, the DS records, the last gen ones, every single thing just sidetracked me, and I'm sorry, but I'll try to get that out soon. I do want to spill some tea at the end of this video though, so make sure to stay tuned if you care about world records. Anyway, enough with that, let's begin the video, lads. Beginning our records for today is the map Outbreak with a world record of round 174 by Lemonade88. So something really interesting about this game is that Lemonade actually reset in his game, which is weird for Exo Zombies. He doesn't actually say how long his game was, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so what's even weirder is that his game actually froze, and then a few minutes later he got something called a snapshot error, which is somehow considered a reset. But as for his actual strategy, it was to start off in the room where you get your exosuit and jump around on the top of the room while the trap runs and kills some zombies. Once that's over, you take the garbage chute down to outside of spawn and rush back into the big room where everyone trains in and shoot the zombies for some points. While you're shooting the zombies, you retreat back into the spawn, loop around the big bus, back into the big room, and run into the hallway where Exo Soldier, the Pack Punch Machine, and Juggernog all are, and turn the trap on, run up the stairs, and then back into the room where the exosuits are, and rinse and repeat. This is actually the highest round on Exo Zombies, and as someone who loved Exo Zombies and grinded it out a lot, I can appreciate how hard this was considering the zombies move faster than those goddamn Olympic sprinters on BO4. I know, if you've never played Exo Zombies, try it, it's actually pretty hard. I think that's something that people actually do forget, is that Exo Zombies is underratedly difficult, like in an artificial way. I mean, the zombies themselves really don't path all that well, but the EMP zombies, the exploders, everything else just makes Exo Zombies pretty difficult actually, and I think everyone forgets that. But anyway, our next map for today is Infection, better known by its meme name of Burger Town, and fun fact, this is the only zombies map ever made that I have never played. This record is once again held by Lemonade88 with a round of 116. But my favorite part of this video is the good boy Christian rap in the background while he's playing a game about killing zombies and the characters just sit there and curse constantly and they're all just horrible people. I don't know, I just found that really funny. Maybe that's just me, but you know, I guess I'm not here to judge. Anyway, since this is the only map I've never played, I will try my best to explain his strategy, but pardon me if I name something wrongly or I don't give it an accurate description. So, you start off by using the trap at the large burger building, and then you bail into the trash chute on the side of it and run through the sewers to an area outside of spawn where you hit a trap and run those zombies around until it's done while shooting the zombies for points. You then go into the spawn room, hit another trap, and jump around on the top of the building real quick, and then you jump back into the sewers when you go out that same door, turn the crocodile trap on in the sewers, and then back outside to the big ass burger building. Again, I apologize if that made no sense, but I tried my absolute best, and you know what, I think I did fine for never having played this garbage ass map. And the reason I never actually played it, I don't think I've ever explained this, was that I actually watched someone play this map the first day that it came out, and this was before I bought season passes and all that other sort of stuff because I was just a broke kid, but I watched him play it and I said, is it good? Is it worth buying? And he said no. So guess what? I just never bought it, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I really regret that decision because it ended up being probably one of the worst maps in Zombies history, but again, to this day, I have still never played it and I have no intention of playing it ever. Now, next up on our maps list is probably the best Exo Zombies map in my opinion, that being Carrier with a world record of round 130 by Lanao. Once again, this is a trap strat because none of the wonder weapons on Exo Zombies were very strong, so the traps are the only way of killing zombies after probably about round 60 without it really taking forever to kill them. But his strategy was to jump around on the crates in the room where you get the exosuit while the lawnmower trap is running, and once that turns off, you run out of the exosuit room room and you turn on the 4 trap, circle around the outside of that a little bit, and then you run back into the exosuit room. You're gonna have to wait until the lawnmower recharges a little bit, but once it does, you can just rinse and repeat that strategy over and over and over again. But once the bomb squad shows up, things get a little bit interesting. You wait for them to blow up areas if they appear far away from you, because you don't want to get too far away from where you are, because you can die very easily. So you let them blow up the areas far away from you until you get a good spawn and they get really close to you. And then because the bomb squad guys can kill you very easily, especially on high rounds, you kind of have to bait them into an open area where you can exo slam them, and from that you'll get a camouflage. Once you have a camouflage, you can throw a contact grenade at the Goliath that spawns in, that will kill it, and your camouflage will last long enough for you to defuse the bomb. But aside from that, I really do just miss Carrier, man. This was my favorite map on all of Exo Zombies, and for a while I did actually hold the first room record and had one of the highest rounds overall for the first few days the map was out. And I didn't even remember this actually until just now, but when Exo Zombies first came out and it was just Outbreak that was released, after the first day I believe, I had the actual world record, and at the time I was in this weird team called Zombies Hub, and the channel had like a couple hundred subscribers, and I figured, you know what, let's upload it on that channel, and I figured it would get, you know, 500 maybe 1,000 views because it's a world record and I thought it was pretty hype. But on this channel with like 200 subs overnight, it gained like 25,000 views, and it was only like around 37, which is weird. But I guess for the first few days Exo Zombies was out, people weren't very good at it, and I don't think a lot of high rounders really were trying very hard on it, but you know what, hey ho, I thought it was pretty cool at the time, and I just remember having the world record for it, so you know what? I feel cool about myself today. Still, good memories, man. I loved Carrier, and I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the comments, did you guys really like Exo Zombies? I loved it, man. I have more fond memories of that than a lot of BO3 maps, actually. But anyway, on to our last map for today. We have Descent with a record of round 105, which is held by 2 people, and both of them being IL Steve IL and Triple Bob. These two surprisingly had somewhat different strategies, but it all ended up in the same place. And the reason I say it's surprising is because on a lot of maps the strategy is very similar. There's usually no deviation from the strategy, but these guys actually had quite different ones. I'll explain those starting with Steve. So Steve would train in the moon pool room with the Trident, and whatever guns had ammo he would just hit the box whenever he needed to. Then he would run into the room with Pack-a-Punch and activate the 4 trap on the stairs while upgrading his gun at the same time. Then he would circle around the top area a little bit and run back down the stairs and run again back into the moon pool room. It was a very quick strategy. There wasn't a lot to it, but it's still very dangerous because it was Descent, and Exo Zombies can be very difficult and finicky at times. Whereas Triple Bob chose to use a much safer strategy where he would just have the MP11 for ammo and would run around the entire map basically and end up at the same trap that Steve would, but would go around the opposite side. Steve ended up dying in his game because he ran a faster strategy, but Triple Bob chose to run slower and actually G-spawned in his game. But still, GG to both these guys though, because like I said, Exo Zombies high rounds are very slow. There isn't a lot of stuff that can kill zombies very quickly on the higher rounds, and the Trident wasn't very strong, and like I said, there's a lot of things that can kill you. There's a lot of tight corridors on this map, so you know what, I just give them a lot of GGs. But still, none of these records I talked about have been beaten in the last 4+ years, so I challenge someone to go beat any of them. Good luck to you gamers. But that is going to be the end of the records for this video, my dudes, and I said earlier in the video that I wanted to spill a little bit of tea, and after thinking about it, I'm only going to touch on this a little bit. So what I wanted to talk about was, I was talking with a ZWR staff member in my girlfriend's Discord a few days ago, and they had some, let's say, very questionable opinions. If you don't know what ZWR is, it's a Zombies World Record website, and it's probably the most popular out of all of them, and I don't talk about them in my videos on purpose because I don't really like the website for many reasons, but some of the staff members are pretty cool actually, and I was talking to one of them and they said that in their opinion, casuals shouldn't be able to use the website, and the only reason that they do is because of videos like mine that bring people to the website itself. So to me, that's a slap in the face, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I felt like it should be mentioned because basically what casual means is you're not competing for a world record, like let's say around 248 on Doris. So if you're a person that does speed runs, or you're a person that you want to submit your number 6 that you got on a leaderboard and it's round 65 or something like that, right, then you shouldn't be allowed to use the website in their opinion. So to me, that's just, like I said, that's a slap in the face, and that just contributed to the many reasons why I don't use that site. And for legal reasons, I have to say that their opinion and the opinion of ZWR itself is different ones, and I'm going to not show screenshots in this video. If you guys want to see it, it's in, it's on my Twitter. Go and check that out. That's in the description if you guys want to actually see the screenshots. But again, it's something I just felt like I should mention in this video, and I can't legally, like I said, tell you guys not to use the site, because yeah, that would kind of be considered slanderous, but hey ho. Anyway, that is going to be the end of the video though. If you guys did enjoy, I would appreciate a like on it, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on notifications. Remember, let's try to hit 750 on this video, and I will try to get Black Ops 3 out pretty soon. But again, also thank you guys for 40,000 subs. You're really making all of my dreams just absolutely come true. I've been obsessed with YouTube for years, and let's just see how far we can take this thing. I do love you guys though. I will see you in the next video. Peace.